Yeah, the last two videos were, 16 minutes long? The sweet spot is 8 to 10 minutes. That's the sweet spot. Hopefully the rest won't go that long. I'll try to get briefer. It's true. Each one of these sessions really could be an entire semester class. This is just introducing ideas so that we can all try to be on the same page, as it were. Hopefully you sent me an email of your homework about your history, and I have responded to that. Session 3 is about Layton Hills Baptist Church's government and structure and meetings. This is a class that quotes the Constitution a lot, the church Constitution. So hopefully you have a copy of that so you can put the statements in this class in greater context. And there certainly is more information in the Constitution than what I'm going to refer to during this class. But you should have a Constitution, either electronically or in paper form. Just come to the church office, reach out to the church office, and the church office will provide it. I will do my best to get a copy of the Constitution into your hands. Speaking of the Constitution, as a 401c3, 501c3 nonprofit organization with the IRS, we must have legal documents dictating our governance, and that's why we have constitutions and bylaws. It's primarily a secular, worldly government requirement. And so that's why the Southern Baptist Convention in general, Baptist churches, have constitutions. So it's not an important document, especially in comparison to the Bible. The Bible is our guiding, authoritative document, and the Constitution is not. But the Constitution does help articulate who we are and what we're about. Layton Hills Baptist Church is a constituted church rather than a mission church. A mission church means it's a church with no constitution, and a constituted church means it's a church with a constitution. Now, while the United States Constitution, which is a work of art in language and government and philosophy, while the U.S. Constitution can fit on 4 pieces of computer paper, Layton Hills Baptist Church's Constitution fills out 18 pages. Lord help us. And you definitely should have a copy of the Constitution. It's more than the Constitution, the 18 pages. It's also the bylaws and policies. But still, woo! What a mess. Government and structure. Jesus is the head of the church, universally and locally. So who's the head of Layton Hills Baptist Church? Jesus. Who's the leader of Layton Hills Baptist Church? Jesus. And if it's not Jesus, you should run for your lives. The highest governing authority and document is the Bible. And below the Bible, within the kind of governing, the local congregation is an authority unto itself. So we are in charge of ourselves. There's no external organization watching over us or monitoring us or guiding and directing us or dictating policy. Layton Hills Baptist Church does not report, nor is it submissive to any outside authority or organization like a district office or a national office or something like that. As the church constitution says in Article 6, Statement of Policy, the government of this church is vested in the body of believers who comprise it. It is subject to the control of no other ecclesiastical body, but it recognizes and sustains the obligations, mutual counsel, and cooperation which are common among Baptist churches. That's the association, Golden Spike Association, the Utah-Idaho State Convention, and then the Southern Baptist Convention in general. The church is made up of members, and because Layton Hills Baptist Church does not report to any outside organization, each member's attendance, participation, accountability, generosity, and service are extremely important. One member, one vote. As a member, you have the right and responsibility to attend business meetings and vote on motions and make motions and influence the business and direction of Layton Hills Baptist Church. I need you to show up, vote, speak up, and be heard. In the Layton Hills Baptist Church Constitution, under the bylaws, Article 1 is about membership. It's pages 3 and 4. In Southern Baptist Convention traditional interpretation, it has one church, one pastor, one elder. So I'm the pastor of Layton Hills Baptist Church. I would be called the senior pastor if we had associate pastors. A pastor, overseer, bishop, elder are interchangeable terms in the New Testament. Rather than a group of elders or a committee of pastors, each local congregation should have one under-shepherd. A pastor is an under-shepherd under Jesus, who is the shepherd, the shepherd. In the Layton Hills Baptist Church Constitution, under bylaws, Article 2, church leaders, Section 2, church leaders, called staff, Section 1 is about the pastor, kind of the job expectations of the pastor. That's on page 5 if you want to look into that more. You have pastors, you have deacons. In the Layton Hills Baptist Church Constitution, under bylaws, the office of deacons has its own article, Article number 3. So while the pastor has page 5, the deacons have pages 7 through 10. Deacons are servants meeting the physical needs of members of the church, according to Acts chapter 6 and 1 Timothy chapter 3. Each deacon is assigned church families. And so hopefully you know who your deacon is, and your deacon has reached out to you and connected with you. You should have the deacon's personal contact information. If you have a physical need, your first call is to them. As a member of Layton Hills Baptist Church, that's important. The deacons meet once a week to communicate among themselves about needs to ensure everybody's needs are being met. As the pastor, I attend those meetings as well. Pastor, that's in the Bible. Deacons, that's in the Bible. Leadership team. Leadership team is made up. It's not a biblical idea. Teams are covered in the Layton Hills Baptist Church Constitution under Article 5. Teams, pages 12 through 14. Section 2 contains the 3 sentences about the leadership team. They provide, quote, organization, financial, and administrative support. That's the purpose of the leadership team: organizational, financial, and administrative support. Each leader of the individual teams sits among the leadership team for mutual support among the teams. The leadership team meet once a month to communicate and coordinate among the various teams. Oh, and look at the time. It's getting away from me. I'm going as fast as I can. Business meetings. Be there or be left out. Under Article 6, church meetings in the Constitution and bylaws, page 15. Page 15. 4 sections are listed: worship service, business meetings, a quorum, and parliamentary rules. The Constitution says, quote, regular business meetings will be held not less than quarterly. That means they're supposed to be held every 3 months. A specially called business meeting may also be held to consider matters of a significant nature, providing that a 1-week notice is given, citing subject date, time, and location, unquote. As a member, a voter, it is extremely important. It's important for you to attend the quarterly business meetings, to be informed, speak your piece, and cast your vote for any motions. 1 member, 1 vote. How's that for fast? 1 minute on the slide. Okay, so homework. In a short paragraph, compare and contrast a good and bad church member. What makes a good church member? What makes a bad church member? How are they alike? How are they different? I want to know what you think about this. Please tell me in a short paragraph. I appreciate it. And we got this one down to 10 minutes. Hurrah! See, I told you I could do it.